Alright. That was Dream Alone. We played about over 2 hours of the game. Reached Act 3, I believe. Act 3 of 3. Let me give a little review of the game. First of all, is my volume okay? I assume my volume's alright. You guys can hear me okay, right? So I wrote down some notes. First of all, we'll start with the positive with this game. The art style and the cutscenes were really good. The environment setting is very cool, especially with the reality. The reality actually scared. Like, first, it gives you it really does give you like a really uncomfortable feeling. Some of my viewers actually oh, I can't handle this, and they left due to the reality environments and like atmosphere. So that was pretty cool. That's really positive. Like I said, the cutscenes and the art style is really cool. What else? The story is very interesting. I like to know why is this boy not, why he didn't fall into the plague or like into the coma or anything else, or like why is it up to him? I would like to know more about it, and the person who he's chasing, Lady Death and everything. Sadly, we didn't get to see why. Maybe off stream I might like try to figure out or see what happens in the story. But I do have a couple of negatives in this game. This game is, so I'm playing the Nintendo Switch version of the game, and there's a few bugs. Like there was one instance where like I was walking on the floor and I hit the bush that you're supposed to bounce on, but I fell through the bush and I died. And then there'll be a part where I will jump over the bush, continue walking, and I'll fall through the floor. And like there's certain clipping areas where like you shouldn't get hit, but you got hit, type of thing. Like with the spider, it was swiping at me. It didn't hit me, like it visually didn't hit me, but I still got hit, and you died right away. For me personally, I don't like the fact the boy makes so much. Like, to be honest, I'd rather the boy make no sound. Like even him jumping or running or any just his personal voice. I don't think it's needed. Leave it mystery. Like how Limbo did it. Limbo was like very quiet. Just that you were just into the environments. With him, he kind of takes you away from that in a way. I wrote down some other stuff too. There's something with the game where like maybe if there's a way to have the environment and like the music continue, but every time you die, it fully like everything restarts, and you could tell it's from the beginning. There's no proper loop in a way. It would have been better if everything else was just continuing in the background. But it's like if the whole game just reloads itself from the beginning. There was no awareness of checkpoints. Like I didn't know. I was like, okay, did I reach far enough? So if I die here, I don't have to do all that stuff again. It's like there's no awareness of checkpoints. Like, oh, you reach your checkpoint, or like even just have like in the bottom right corner, in faded letters like checkpoint like reached or something, or like checkpoint saved or something. Just give the player like acknowledgement or something. The power gauges for your powers, they drain way too fast. It's extremely too fast. Like especially for the light one. By the time I felt like I got it, like it was gone. Like in 3 seconds. I'm pretty sure like the maximum time is like 4 seconds. It's so fast. Even if I tried to conserve it by like doing like a little flickering on and off feature, It drained it faster. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute. Even when I shut it off, it was still draining. So that, like, the power gauges needs to be balanced out. It needs to go slower. What else? If you pause the game, like, there needs to be a brightness slider in the game. Oh, the menu as well. Here's something that I noticed. So I'll go to options. There's no. The game is extremely dark. Like, not like dark, like story-wise dark, but like it's visually dark. Like, I've never had to raise so much brightness to my capture card for me to actually see somewhat anything. Like, and especially if you have the power gauge for the light, like you won't be able to see anything at all. But here's something that I noticed. So if I set this to, like, or anything, say like, oh, let me change the setting. Like, oh, you want to show blood? You're like, oh, let me hide the blood. You hide the blood, and it goes right back to the main menu. You can't. It should just bring you right back to the options. Like, why is it default? Like, why does it reload? Why does it reload? Did I even save it? I don't know if that saved it or not without me starting the game. So that's another thing. You need to let players know, like, hey, yeah, it's set to hide, blood settings hide. You have the back here, which is fine, but like if I hit show, it should be like I shouldn't restart to the game. Like, I don't know if you took the settings or not right there. So that was another thing which I found very odd. Another thing that I picked up on the game and everything like that. So, like, hopefully the developers see this and they take like acknowledgement from it. The trailer had me interested in this game. At the beginning of the story was like, I was like, oh, this seems so cool and everything like that. But then, like, slowly I became a little disappointed because I became very frustrated and I became lost very quickly. Because, like, many times when you watch the stream, you're like, you hear me saying, like, well, where am I supposed to go now? Where am I supposed to go now and everything? Or like, or this can't work, because like it just seems things are like a little unfair, because he goes at one speed and he's not fast at all. So like you have to do stuff at a very precise timing, or that's it. Like, and like it would frustrate the player, because I felt a little frustrated at the time. But like, of course, I'm like, okay, let me just keep at it. Like, I think the average player would be like, nah, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and that's it, type of thing. So. But thank you so much for allowing me to review the game. If there's an update, I'll be happy to revisit this game with the update to see how much it has improved and everything. Like I said, the art style, music, the story is very interesting. It's very cool. I really like that. But it became very frustrating, and there's still a couple bugs in the game and everything like that. So yeah, that is all I have to say about it. 6 hours, dang, yeah, man, I know, I've been on since 7 o'clock. So that was Dream Alone. Hope you guys, and this is on the Nintendo Switch, is available on every platform, besides iPhone, like mobile phones. I'm not too sure if Star Wheeler is still here, so I'll do the Fallout Shelter thing like tomorrow. I'm not too sure what